Mixed comments from a big FOMC yesterday, and this has teed us up for possibly a massive move in crypto. So guys, I'm going to take you through the options here. Some of them are dark, some of them are okay. So we got a ton going on here. Let's go. And remember, as always, hit that like, hit the bell, and hit the subscribe. I'm giving you mixed signals today. I went red, but I went bullish on the hat. I mean, that's how bullish we are based on what Joe Powell had to say yesterday. We're going to bring James in just now as well. You cannot get more back. You cannot get more bullish than this man right now. And this guy's pulled out the vape. I have no doubt he's sweating bullets in a couple of things. I know he banged out a jelly short. He's feeling quite smug at the moment, but we'll deal with him now. Okay, so we're bringing in the break shake. He's going to tell us what he's up to in the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 jump into some of the news as well and see what is cooking here, guys. So here we are, BTC on the 1 hour. It's been quite a dramatic couple of hours, and just going back into yesterday, we were talking about the possibility of a false move. Now, we didn't know yesterday if they were going to pump it first or dump it first and then give us the move. So we obviously looked at some areas to the upside and the downside where we could get some action. Now, a lot of these alts actually listened quite nicely when we did get that false move to the upside. Look at Bitcoin here, 94K, moved straight into that big rejection zone there, like clockwork into that zone, cleaning everyone out. What's happened now today? We've bled out that whole Asia session. We've bled out all day long here, and we've arrived at the US session, and are they going to come and rinse us again? Now, 89,150 was a big level for me today. Why is this important? This is a VWAP from the dump lows. This is a 786 and a really nice horizontal. So this has been dealt with. Now, what I was looking for here, in terms of BTC, was a lower low in price, but I wanted to see the bullish divergence print here pretty soon on this 1 hour time frame. So I am kind of waiting now to get this official move here where we get a bullish divergence print, where we get the higher low on the oscillator and we get the lower low on price. Now, oh, I mean, there's shit going down. That must be a stop loss. It's got to be a stop loss. Okay, so what we're looking at here at the moment is a couple of options for this bullish divergence print. One of them right now in the current situation is something like this. That could tee us off again here. You're going to see that lower low on price. Or alternatively, if they come and they drop us into this 87,800 down to about 87,600, that should give us that bullish divergence print on the 1 hour. I have taken the long on BTC at 89K or 89,150. We are in the zone. I'm sitting in a long. We might get rinsed here live, but I'm sitting in this thing. We've already had a little bounce. We have to see how this plays out during the course of the stream. Now, with this in mind, we've got Bitcoin on support, and we've seen a ton of altcoins move into some support zones. And basically, the long and the short of this is, if Bitcoin bounces here on this level, these alts should react with it on their corresponding levels. You're going to see on the alts you're watching, and some I'm going to show you, they're sitting in these zones. If Bitcoin starts losing a level here, guys, this is where we need to track lower on some of these altcoins. Now, a little bit of pain coming for us now is actually going to be a little bit more bullish later on, because we're going to print those divergences that we want to see, obviously, for sustained move. Okay, so this is the current play. Let's see if BTC holds. If not, our backup zone, 87,900. Let's see how that goes for the rest of the day. Now, Panda, I hope you're bringing us some spice, bro. Have you got a couple of setups here for us today?
Yeah, not breakout plays, but some alts are getting to some juicy levels. Let's see just how juicy they get, though.
Okay. We're going to bring him back. He's sounding quite croaky there. Obviously, been vaping hard during that sell-off here. So we're going to see what he's got for us. Now, guys, let's talk lickies. Estimating that we were going to finish on about $750 million. And right now, we're 533. James, I'm not sure what it looked like 12 hours ago, but I'm pretty sure there was a little bit of pain. There was a little bit more pain than 533 million, but still a good day's work there in the market, thanks to Jerome Powell and the FOMC. So let's just recap what happened in yesterday's meeting. We don't even need to read anything. We can just watch what happened in the meeting. Yeah, that was it. I think that you don't even need to see anything else. You don't even need the speech. Okay, but let's talk about this. 𝗵𝗃 letter says, here's the summary. Okay, Fed cuts by 25 basis points. Okay, cool. Everyone knew that. Fed will consider extent and timing of additional adjustments. Interesting one for us, which is supposedly bullish, okay, is the Fed will buy 40 billion of US Treasury bills in 30 days. And then what's happening here is they signal that rate cuts may be done for now. So we've got this like stealth QE situation. James is going to talk to us about this in a sec. But then we've also got a situation where they're saying, well, we're not actually going to cut more rates come the end of or come 2026. So what do you make of this, Mr. 𝗵𝗵𝗏?
It's bullish as hell is what it is. It's exactly what it is, because yeah, they're saying that the dot plot came out showing there's only going to be a single rate cut next year now. 2 is what they had in the September meeting. So that's dropped. That's not good. That means rates are pretty much sitting alone. He's saying they may not need to cut at all. Huge dissent within the people at the Fed deciding on this. And then they talk about this Powell said this is not QE. It's only $40 billion a month, and the whole of Twitter is just going and saying QE has started.
Dude,
in April of 2020, they were issuing 1.2 trillion a month. This is 40 billion. It's literally a drop in a bucket. So I know people are excited it started.
You gotta love crypto. You gotta love crypto. That 𝗵𝗏𝗍 letter can post this thing, and then look what underneath. Pudgy Penguins go. Grok, is this bullish? Like you got the Pudgy Penguins asking. So Grok is telling us here, it's typically bullish for the markets and assets like crypto. However, the dissents and signals of a possible pause introduce uncertainty, potentially tempering gains overall. Basically, bullish. Okay.
TradFi was bullish as hell. Well, crypto went straight to hell.
Well, I mean, it's flat today. Okay,
but
it's
I mean, the reaction. It was flying yesterday. The Russell made a new all-time high.
Let's go. So guys, Kalshi markets, we caught this dissenters yesterday, so absolutely nailed this one. We had 3 dissenters yesterday, so hopefully you guys had a piece of that, and that was a good result.
You won that one, eh?
Yes, so yeah, we got this guy, the dissenting. We put in 49.55 and we got 89 out of this thing. Okay, so that was a good one. And now I'm waiting for this 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗃 situation. And we've got Powell out as chair before May 26. We're waiting for that one as well. Okay, so let's see how that goes. We'll have some more fun with this thing. As these events come around, we can play the game. Now, let's just talk about this QE situation. The Fed will label it reserve management. They will say it's temporary. They'll insist it's not QE. The reality is that it is a pivot to expansion of the balance sheet, adding liquidity to markets, and is in fact QE. Okay, so this is how we can look at it. Okay, we can call it something else. What do? You put lipstick on a pig. You can put lipstick on a pig. At the end of the day, it's the same situation. Okay, so there we go. And then we had some jobless numbers. Now, jobless claims 236. Okay, estimated was 220. So it's a miss for the jobs. More 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏 signs here. I mean,
and that was something else that Powell said during the meeting, is that he thinks that the stated jobs numbers from the government are actually worse than they have been reported. So that was one of the other bullish segments there out of his speech yesterday that the market ran with, because that means that they're going to have to continue to cut rates if the job market continues to worsen, right? So, and that's it. The market's pricing in at least 2 cuts, regardless of that dot plot.
Okay. Well, there we go, guys. S&P is flat. Everyone is confused as hell. And what does this mean for us? It means what we do every single time, and we play these big areas. We look for the divergences. We look for shorts at resistance. We look for longs on support, and we do it consistently. And at the end of the day, it's all going to work out okay. Okay, so we just play what is in front of us, and we do it consistently. Okay, so let's go in terms of netties. Okay, my Netflix order has picked up here. Let's see if this is going to be the one. So yesterday I had an order for 93. The last couple of days for Netflix, we have hit our 786 fib zone. This is a nice horizontal area. You can see we are getting a reaction here at the moment. So we are locked in to Netflix. Let's see how this plays out. You can see in terms of the oscillator, heavily overcooked. I am obviously looking for some kind of reversal here. You can see on previous occasions when the oscillator does reverse, you can see we get these little upside moves in the market. Okay, so I'm looking for something along those lines on Netflix. Let's see if that's going to play out. And MicroStrategy, this is the best. Okay, this might be the most divisive stock on Wall Street. Wells Fargo is calling MicroStrategy to 54. Okay, basically 0. I mean, it's going to end me. And then I love these guys. They're saying it's $630 coming in for MicroStrategy. So in case you were feeling confused, imagine being the guys earning salaries at these businesses, putting the prices out. Okay, everyone is confused at the moment in terms of MicroStrategy. So I'm kind of just parking in my situation, because Strategy asks MSCI to revoke its proposal to exclude digital asset treasuries, DATs, like Strategy, from their investment index. Now, remember, this whole situation is coming to a fore in January. That is when the decision is going to be, and that is why there's been so much weakness in MicroStrategy. Now, imagine on the 1% chance that Saylor has asked these guys to not go ahead, that they turn around and they say, okay, we're all good. Imagine what's going to happen to MicroStrategy. Imagine what's going to happen to the price of Bitcoin as well. Probably going to benefit from that one. So MicroStrategy at the moment, basically, I don't know how else to explain this, but eating a bit of ass, I guess, for me. Big reversal, yeah, and feeling a bit of pressure. So 152 is our main support at the moment. You can see we're getting our reversals here coming. Well, we should be getting our reversals, and I'm watching this 152. So I'm holding my MicroStrategy. I still think 220, 230 is on the table for us, but we are going to need a sprinkling of a couple of things here to come and play into our favor. And obviously one of them, let's start with Bitcoin bouncing a little bit. Okay. And so let's talk BTC on the 3-day, and you can see the situation here. These are our 3 major levels. Obviously it's a slow mover, but in terms of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we've had 6 3-day candles bumping into resistance and rejecting over here. And look, nothing changes at the moment. This could still be our 3-day bullish divergence print that we are looking for. And what does that mean for us? Something like that. And it means a new low on price and then a possible bounce. So based on what we're seeing here in front of us, we are looking at 80 to 75 as possible support here for BTC if things really do roll over. Okay, obviously we don't want to see that ideally. That is obviously going to cause a lot of pain on the alts as well. I don't even know if some of these alts can go much lower than low. Some of them might go visit zero again. And for example, Atom and stuff like that. But we'll have to see. All I know is that when we pump on these zones, we got to look for some shorts, and I'm going to give you a couple of really nice short zones as well today. So if we do get some kind of movement out of the market, I'm going to show you again how to lock in shorts as safely as possible and hopefully help you if the market does drop a little bit lower down. Okay, so there is the current situation. You can see our big supports. You can see BTC on lower time frame support. We are obviously looking for that bounce. Okay, now let's get into a couple of other things here. You can see Bitcoin dominance. We haven't touched on this in a couple of days. I just want to show you, very simple TA is getting respected here on the Bitcoin dominance chart. So you can obviously track this stuff, and when it drops into these types of supports and you get a bounce, obviously Bitcoin starts outperforming altcoins and vice versa. When you pump into the resistance zones, same story in the upside. That is where we want alts to start outperforming BTC. Okay, so keep it really simple there. And daily XRP short never fails. I've got XRP, guys, and I'm going to show you exactly where you can add to your XRP shorts from yesterday. And I'm assuming my long from 2 is probably got rejected here because I had those limit orders for a bounce long at 2. But I'm very excited to give you an exact short zone on XRP once again. Okay, so we're going to cover all of that for you guys. I got a ton of altcoins. Let's talk about the 4-hour RSI heat map. We nailed another one yesterday. It was the G. Okay, the G was an absolute banger to the downside, and I thought, well, let's take a look today. And we've got 2 options. We've got the river and we've got BARD. So I thought, let's pull out the river and see what is going on here. So here's our G from yesterday. That was a little bit of a banger. Okay, nice little trade. The funding rates were quite expensive though on that one. It took about a third of my profits, but anyway, that thing worked out fine in the end. Let's talk river, guys. Very similar setup here at the moment. You can see on the 12-hour getting absolutely smoked here to the upside and looking a little bit tired now. So what I suggest, we play it exactly the same way we played the G yesterday. You look for that second push and you get your shorts ready at about 6.75 into 6.8. That should be good enough in a zone like that. So something along these lines here for the G, for the river, give it 4 or 5% there for a possible short. And then I'm expecting a 20 to 30% drop to the downside. Okay, so looking for something along these lines. Look for that second push. If you're jumping in now, obviously you've got risk. You want to see that tight entry there and then that rejection. Okay, so you got the levels there. Even call it 6.7 into 7. Okay, look at play in that sort of area. If it closes above, say 7, maybe you want to start jumping out of that. It can obviously get a little bit spicy. And I see Paper Planes is shorting BARD. Okay, you guys know you guys know how to play the game. Okay, there you go. You've got it if you're getting it for sure. Okay, let's see how rinsed am I getting here at the moment. TC long hanging on by a thread here at the moment, a little bit red. ETH, I've got a long running here on ETH as well. XRP short, you can see I've got the XRP long from that level that we gave you guys yesterday. I am looking for a bounce in this region. Okay, so we're going to go through all of these as well. And yes, SPX, funny enough, has printed bullish divergence on the 4 hour. I'm getting as many mixed signals from these altcoins as Jerome Powell was giving us yesterday. So we're just going to try and play these levels accordingly and make sure we are protecting ourselves in the right areas. Okay, so let's get into these alts now. What you're going to get from me coming up, we're going to be talking about ETH. We're talking about SOL. I've got Hyperliquid for you. I've got AVAX. I've got something called FWOG. Okay, we're talking about Aero. I actually think Panda's got some Aero coming in today. I've got SPX for you guys as well. Yeah, I'm getting a thumbs up here for Aero. What else are you looking at today?
Aero, possibly CAS and MOG. All longs.
Nice. Okay, all good. Okay, nice. CAS, MOG, Aero. That's going to be fun. We're going to bring Panda back in a sec. Or you can hang with me if you want to. So you want to hang out with us?
Chill, man. Let's do it.
Let the man hang out. Okay, let's go. Let's get Mia. ADA never looks good.
When in doubt,
okay, let's
short
talk
88.
Let's talk about ETH. Okay, there's a couple of things going on here for ETH at the moment. I've broken it down into the 1 hour, and you're going to see this chart is very similar. And you're going to see on a lot of these alts, guys, we're in a very similar situation on a lot of these altcoins. We are close to some kind of bullish divergence on the 1 hour, but we're not seeing it yet. And this might tell us we have to go down and tap some more levels and just print a new low. So you're going to see like something like ETH, for example, is not hitting our fib yet. It's not on our local 618 fib. Look at our local 618 fib. It's sitting at 3,115. It is tying in with a VWAP over here as well. And this is looking like a proper nice bounce zone. If you add to this the 50-week moving average as well as support and this horizontal cluster, that looks like the actual banger. So what this tells me is that there's a possible dip coming, and that dip is going to be on ETH. Okay, that will obviously help the market if we can get something like that, and then we get this price dip here and then a pump. Now, I have started an ETH position. I'm obviously trying to front run what's going on because I saw Bitcoin drop onto that VWAP there and that 786, and we've seen things like AVAX and XRP hit some support zones already. So I'm sniffing around here on ETH, but guys, 3115. Watch what happens there. If we don't get the bounce where we are right now, 3115, I'm expecting a quick bleed out and then a push to the upside. So look out in that one. That should be a nice zone. Don't sleep on Power USD. It will go up. I don't even know what that is. I'm obviously so stuck in my ways here with ETH and SOL and SUI. I couldn't even tell you what Power is. Okay, guys, and then in terms of ETH short zones, I covered these yesterday as potential options over here, and there were two big zones there to the upside. Now, that is obviously going to stay our main resistance here. So 3,450 is our current ETH resistance, and now I want to give you guys a short area and how you can do it, and the principle is going to be the same on all of these altcoins. All you need to do is attack your local bear zone, okay? So you're taking from the highs, bring your fibs down all the way to the lows. You look for your 382 and your 0.5 combo, and that is going to be your typical bear zone where you are looking for a rejection. Okay, so we'll stick in our 0.5 there, and there it is. Okay, short zone on ETH. If we get a pump, 3260 into 3,300. That looks like a reasonable area there for me if we do push higher. Okay, now as the price drops lower, all you need to do is keep lowering your fib until you get the bounce, and that is going to give you that tie in for your local bear zone. Now remember, guys, all these charts go into the Chart Hackers Discord for you directly after the show. You'll find them all there waiting for you guys, so don't panic. You don't have to take lots of notes. Just get into the Chart Hackers Discord and say the chart in these levels. Okay.
Is it me or is he breaking up?
Me.
Kind of glitching, sir.
Yeah, okay. It's him.
It is him, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how bad the market is right now.
Even the stream's getting liquidated.
But we could so in terms of 128, interesting for me, this is our zone. This is our that we can actually looking for action off the 7th Feb. Guys, so this is our main support here. So in terms of the 2 hours to the root, so let's just take a look at 1 year and watch 162. I can see.
Your audio is not working. It just sounds like a robot here. We're not catching anything.
Okay, we'll sort it out. Here we go. How's that?
Still, it's just chopping and chopping. We're catching bits of letters and bits of words, but yeah, it's very strange. And your video is all choppy.
Sort it out.
Your video just
okay.
cleared up.
We got to continue.
There we go.
Say that again.
There, it's working now.
Okay.
Good. Okay,
we got to continue. Okay, Jane, just interrupt me if it goes off again. Okay, so Sol, guys, big support. 128 is what we're watching. Where is my short zone? If this market starts pumping, where are we shorting Sol? Let's take a look here. Bear zone 135 into 137 for me. That is the bear zone. 135 to 137. Any pumps here? Let's not get married to them. We are going to look for some kind of short in that area. Why is that a short zone? Look at the rising trend, look at the horizontals, look at the fibs, look at the VWAPs. Okay, that is a major rejection zone there for Sol and could be a beautiful TP and a beautiful short zone there for you guys. So 135 into 137 makes a lot of sense to me. And then in terms of bounces that you want to look for today into tomorrow, 128, that could be a proper banger. And then you've got 123 into about 120. This whole region over here makes a ton of sense to me as well. We've got tie-in all the way back. We've got wicks. We've got all these things going on for us at Sol. So 123 into 120 is going to be the next bounce zone. Now, if it happens in the next couple of hours, that for me is going to be a proper area. We're going to print those divergences, and the sooner it happens, actually, the better for us. So let's hope, okay, that they drop it and we can get a nice bounce in that zone. Okay, so Panda, is everything okay with me, sir? Am I so back?
You're good. You're so back.
Okay,
just
good,
like this
good. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, let's talk XRP, and I want to give you the exact short zone for XRP that you can tell your grandkids about. Okay, so let's just highlight what's happening here. I'm obviously still sitting in that XRP short. We have moved into a long zone now. This is a potential bounce zone for XRP. The limit order at 2 that I spoke to you guys about yesterday has been picked up. So I'm sitting in a long and a short at the moment on XRP. What is the game plan? So I'm not feeling overly bullish on XRP. I believe the short that we've got nice and high, which is somewhere up here, isn't going to be touched. Okay, so if there is a push in the market, I think we're going to get a short 2.05 into 2.07 at best. That is where we add to the short. If you're looking for fresh shorts on XRP, that's where it is. 205, 207. That's a proper banger. Okay, so wait for that to come to you.
You're starting to break up again, boss.
Okay, so let me try and sort my stuff out. Get your screen up and take it through arrow in the meantime. I'm going to sort out my shoes.
Okay, I think I understood.
Yeah, take over, Panda. That's what he's telling you. Yeah, maybe you can cover a couple things so they get that sorted.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's get this going while we fix this.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm back.
Alrighty. Why do I have Near open? Okay, can you see my screen, James?
You're up. Good to go.
Beautiful. Alrighty. So the thing is with the levels that we're sitting on right now, they're all at bounce now, or we're gonna lose a bunch of levels. And there were 2 weeks ago, all these levels on all these alts were considered, godsend in terms of like, we really would love to have these levels touched. And thing is, they've been touched and now they're just sitting there. So it tells me that we might be pulling back just a tad bit. So I'm seeing something on Arrow on the 6 hour. It's ready to go. It's printing reversals. The stocks are printing bullish divergences. And I kind of just want them to come in and take out this little order block that led to the breakout from previous week low. It's losing 786 right now. So I got an entry at 0.585. And I'm going to treat it with a very wide stop loss down to 0.559. Again, entry 0.588 down to 0.559. I got a bunch of orders sitting there at 5x, and I'll give it a 4-hour close under the stop loss. And then it will be a very simple range trade. So we got previous week low sitting here. We'll play it to the Monday high and possibly previous week high if all goes well. But yeah, I got these TP levels sitting right here, and I'll drop that at in chart hackers. Next one is MOG, again, we are sitting at a bounce now, or we're going to get to the 786. But for right now, if anyone is an unofficial setup, you got about 3% or 4% down to this red line at 0.263. That will be your scalping level. Anyone that's scalping and just really wants to get into MOG, you can play it down to 0.262. But my setup is I want a sweep of this 786 and these previous lows at 0.25. Again, wide stop loss, down to 0.235. Again, that's 0.25 entry down to 0.235. And that will be your rising trend in 786 right there. So that's my arrow and my MOG. A couple of the things I was looking at. One is an honorable mention is Punky, but I know that they got delisted from so many platforms, so it's reaching a level on the 4 hour. Yep, we're good.
Punky is getting delisted on spot tomorrow.
Jesus,
on
man.
BitGet anyway, so I think this thing, I'd be careful with the long on that, because yeah.
All right, you know what? Okay, here's your perfect setup. Check this out. We're just gonna delete this. We're not gonna do it anymore.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Potentially, I'm back. Okay, Panda, Mog, always fun. Aero, did you do Aero there while I was?
Yeah, I did. You want to check out the level?
No, okay, no, we're good. Okay, let's. So, guys, remember these charts go into the Ch.Rs Discord for you. Now, I'm going to cover. I want to cover Hyperliquid for you guys. It's a sad story for me. I'm very emotional about it. And yeah, 𝗀𝗀 says Conky short. This could be nice. Okay, let's talk about hype. So hype for me it's quite depressing in the sense that it's not doing what it used to do. And like right now, we know there's a lot of issues around the hype trade at the moment. Some of them is the interest in other dexes at the moment, like Lighter, Aster, things like that. Another one is there's a lot of long hype traders now with liquidations at around low 20s. So they could easily get smashed here to the downside. But you know, in terms of feeling confused about hype, look at the oscillator and look at this thing. It's absolute filth here at the moment. Whenever I think I get something going, what do? They hit me with hidden divergence and they kill me. Okay, now they've come again. And I mean, how am I supposed to deal with these conditions? How can I not be long when they give me quadruple divergences, blue reversal dots, all these things? I don't know. I'm really struggling mentally with this hype at the moment. So because I'm slightly mentally disturbed, I've jumped into another small hype. Okay, so in a nutshell, okay, that is what is going on. And if you want to get rinsed on hype with me, because I mean I did a full round trip yesterday. There is your low. Okay, so that's going to be your stop loss option there for you, 26.66. Look at that divergence. I can't actually deal with it right now. Possibly going to get taken off my watch list. Okay, if this one doesn't work, guys, I'm done with Hyperliquid until tomorrow. Okay, but possibly the last one here for me on hype. So 26.66, looking for some kind of push to the upside. If it plays out, we got 30.46 and then we got 32.65. After that, I am done. Okay, latest Lighter flipped Hyperliquid for the top spot. 24-hour perp dex volume. Okay, posting 8.8 billion versus Hyperliquid's 8.5. Possibly a lot of wash trading or whatever's going on because the guys are trying to get volumes going on Lighter because they want to make points so that they can take part in the airdrops and things like that. Okay, yeah, paper planes. You can see my dilemma. That oscillator is ridiculous at the moment. So, guys, there's some dexes that you can look at. Look at Gravity that we trade on for the Banter Royale. We're using actually at the moment. We are trying to farm some points as well. And you can see Lighter there. Hyperliquid are the top two. EdgeX, Aster, number 4, but Gravity coming in at number 6. So don't forget, you guys can still trade on Gravity. You can farm points and by just trading on it. So trading fees, you're going to make points and then you're going to get airdropped some of their tokens when this eventually starts happening. So there's a link for all of this in the show description if you do want to participate, because there's a chance that the guys that made money on hype, the guys that are making money on Lighter, could be benefiting from something going on here on Gravity as well. Okay, so I'm actively farming points here. You can see I tried to short some BTC earlier today here on Lighter. Nothing too serious going on, but let's see if that is going to play out for us. Now, Panda, what's going on here, bro? We got Avalanche in Abu Dhabi doing things, bro.
You know that I'm just quick one. I'm not even joking. The moment I saw that in the WhatsApp when you dropped the picture, I literally longed AVAX blindly. I swear to God, I'm still sitting in it.
Well, I mean, I think I've actually hit my stop loss on AVAX. Are you still long on AVAX?
Yeah, coming into sweep this juicy level right now, 786.
It's a problem for me. I think I've taken a stop on AVAX. That was that ka-ching that you guys heard just now. I think that was my stop. And you can see 12.93. But yeah, look, guys, it's an interesting setup here, okay, in terms of AVAX. Now, you can see the short zone. You can see what we're looking at here at the moment that's higher up, okay? The high conviction short is okay. We're going to have some DJ short zones for you to show you. The DJ short zone is right there. It's the 13. It's going to be your DJ short.
Connection is acting up again.
Okay, amazing. I love it.
No, wait. You're okay. Should be good.
Guys, 13.36 DGen short zone. Okay, DGen longs right here. Okay, you want to cut your long, close below 12.85, cut your long. DGen short 13.36, and then your backup zone for AVAX, guys, you're looking at 12.6 is where the action is. Let's jump into FOG here for you guys. 00937 Panda, you must appreciate this stuff. I know you like everything.
That is nice.
Hey, yeah, I know you like this shit. Like, look at this frog, guys. Okay, so alarms on 9.5 into okay, it's coming for frog. Look at this little cluster you see over here. Lots of action here. 786. I'm looking for some kind of bounce in that area. Could be some fun for us coming on frog. Okay, so there you go. There's frog. Let's talk SPX. 4-hour bullish divergence, guys, between 59 and 55. These were the two levels that I gave you yesterday. So these are actually still valid for us. Look at that 4-hour divergence. And you can see we're looking for a short-term bounce here. It doesn't have to be a long drawn-out affair. We're just looking for some kind of move here on SPX. Okay, so 59 into 55. I am sitting in an SPX long. I am looking for this to start playing out, even if it is a short-term move and then some possible downside. We should get something out of this SPX. Now, there's questions on 𝗵𝗵 as well that I see going on there. And here's the plan, guys. 𝗵𝗵 is a long here for me at 4377. And you can actually stretch this long down into 430. Okay, here's our wicks. Look at these wicks over here. And I was saying to the chart hackers earlier, possible sweep of these wicks here on 𝗵𝗵 and then the bounce. Now, I just want to clarify something here for you guys. And I dropped this in chart hackers earlier today. Yesterday's zone was a low there, and I wanted to see the divergence in that zone. So we still don't have divergence yet. This is the 2-hour. Let's see if we've got now a divergence on the 1 hour. Obviously, in the bullish stock, that 1 hour divergence, a slightly more macro 618. You can see this fib that I've pulled on 𝗵𝗵 is the lows to the highs. Now, yesterday's fib was a 786, which was our local low into our highs over there. And that is why you got that reaction in that zone. You can see that reaction there on 𝗵𝗵. Now we've dropped into our 618, the macro, and we're looking for 4377 into 430 for a possible bounce here on 𝗵𝗵. Now let's talk about 𝗬𝗏. And I gave this one earlier, and this is a great example for you guys. Have I disappeared again, or am I still alive?
You're good.
Oh, okay. So this is a good example, guys. I speak about the bear zone, and I dropped this in the chart hackers Discord earlier for the guys as well. The local bear zone there on 𝗏, and look what's happened here. 𝗏 has bounced off a 786. Look at that nice strong bounce. What does it go into? The local bear zone for the rejection. Okay, so that is why I'm saying to you guys, if we get these bounces, all you need to do is just bear zones on these things. Oh, there goes AVAX. I love that. Without me, I bet you it's gone. Dog shit. Absolute dog
I'm
shit.
I'm pressing that.
I'm adding more Bitcoin here.
I'm pressing.
Okay, I'm adding Bitcoin here. The number of orders should not exceed the limit on the corresponding level. Okay, well, let's just add 50. Not 500. Let's add 50 here. Okay, there we go. So we added some Bitcoin there. Let's XRP still flat. I'm quite upset about this here. Is it too late for AVAX here, bro? Is it too late for AVAX? Let's see.
Get some teaching levels.
No, bro, I'm very upset about this AVAX. Okay, I'm going to start a small AVAX here.
You're 1.5% from the 786, so I mean,
there we go. Okay, it's fine.
It's fine. It's okay, my friend.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, so AVAX, you can see what we're doing here. Let's talk Brett as well. Here's a concern for me on Brett, guys. Okay, and this is 0.016. You can see we haven't tapped our FIB. Okay, so this is an issue for me in terms of Brett. I want to see 0.016 tapped. That would be nice. How do we go about that? Well, look at this. At the moment, I've printed you guys a couple of short zones that you can pay attention to if the market pops. Here's your local bear zone, just like you saw on Tower earlier that I showed you. So on Brett, it's 181 into 187. There's a possible short zone for you. It is simply a bearish retest of nice horizontals, nice trend, nice VWAP. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense there for a possible short. And then in terms of a degen short zone, guys, it's the typical 236 fib that you are looking for a short at here on Brett, and that is 175. Okay, we're going to put this chart in the Hackers Discord for you guys. Zumba Pumba, good evening. And that is Brett. And Tao, we've covered, obviously, and let's go Zcash. What is the story with Zcash? So what we've picked up with Zcash, obviously, guys, is that it seems to counter trade the market. So yesterday, the market was dropping or bleeding out a ton more, and Zcash actually bounced relatively well, and now it's pushing again into these resistance zones. So if you are going to short this thing, just be super careful. You can see it seems to sing to its own hymn sheet here at the moment, but in terms of rejection zones, we are in it now, so you can go again in this area here. So anything from 445 into 460 could be a valid short still for ZEC. And then if it does pop a little bit higher, I've got some sell orders at 478, this type of region up here. And both of them can give you a roughly 2% stop, 3% stop in those areas. So just protect yourself. Don't go too big. The Zcash could squeeze. Obviously, it could get a little bit messy. Okay, so just be safe with whatever you guys are playing there at the moment. Panda, anything else you would like to add on this momentous occasion post FOMC?
Keep your eyes on ENA. It's bouncing quite nicely on the 618. Oops.
Do we still like ENA?
I was straight up gonna ask you that if you even want to cover it.
From what I understand, it's dog shit, but again, a trade is a trade. So just give them the levels. In fact, you know what? He's gonna put this in the Chart Hackers Discord for you guys.
I'll put in the Chart Hackers.
Oh, there you can see the bounce. Okay, and you're getting the eggplant. Okay, the hot zone indicator is literally printing the eggplant there for you guys. Okay, so ENA could be a pumper, guys. Rough out there. Last couple of hours, you've got some levels. You know your bounce zones. You know where you're shorting if we're pumping, and you know where we're longing if we drop lower down. So you've got all the tools now. Obviously, just manage your risk, manage your sizing, and then tomorrow we go again. Okay, and Netflix hopefully is turning green. Karen, James, anything you'd like to say?
Good luck, everyone. We may need it again.
Good luck. Tomorrow's another day. Let's go.
We're out of luck.